Hello and welcome to the Mind Over Mic podcast. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode. My guest today is a good friend of mine. He is a relatively new face to our local comedy scene here in the Tri-Cities, but I instantly connected with him when we met, and it's a real pleasure to finally get him in the studio for the episode. We start off the episode talking about the Tri-Cities comedy scene and his place there. We also backtrack his history with stand-up comedy and talk about some of the HBO legends that he grew up watching. We also get into a really interesting discussion about his childhood and some of his insecurities, body dysmorphia, different things like this, and how humor allowed him to feel accepted and feel secure in some of these spaces that we all navigate as young kids. Later in the episode, we take a full pivot and we go into fully pop culture. We start talking about Star Wars, which he is a big fan of. He is wrong about some of his hot takes, but I'll let it pass. We also talk about Marvel, D.C, and all sorts of other fun pop culture topics. We even talk about our very first open mics and that experience and what hell that was for us. So this is a very fun one. I do want to say that I enjoyed his time so much that after we recorded the episode, we wound up having dinner together here at my apartment and spent hours and hours and hours together, which I've done with no guest ever. He is a wonderful person. He's been called a lot of names, especially in this episode, which you will hopefully watch and see, including the Golden Boy of Blue Ridge Comedy Club, which he so loves being called. He's a great guy, and I love spending time with him. You're going to love him. Please enjoy this episode with my buddy, Mr. Chris Tester.
Here's the thing, like, what I've learned in stand-up.
Okay.
Please,
Chris, tell me what you've learned in stand-up. That's what I would like this to be.
Most of us aren't very good. And so
yeah,
it's kind of one of those,
that's true,
that tough reality of, like, if you're not willing to power through or, like, see that at least, like, the improvements, like, are adding up and hopefully matter.
Like fractional, like very small.
Well, like, I don't know, like, how much.
So nervous. I
don't know how much.
Say whatever you want to say.
Okay, I don't know how much you guys typically talk about comedy stuff. Is that?
Well, so the guests are about 50-50 as far as, like, comedians on. So usually when it's a lot,
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I don't care. You can get nitty gritty.
Like, you know, because I've been doing this. Like, stand up
3 weeks
for, I guess, almost, like, just past 8 months, right?
Okay, that's longer than I thought. Actually, yeah.
So
I must not have met you until later than I thought. Yeah.
That's
including the class, though.
Yes,
which is how long?
6 weeks. Well, it was supposed to be 6 weeks, but my class was, like, at a certain point, it was just me.
Right.
So
sure.
So, like, I don't know if you knew this, but, like, me and one other person from my class ended up being in the next class's graduation.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, because, like, our show would have been
20 minutes.
Well, I mean
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But
10 minutes and Sean does 45 up top.
Yeah.
That would be pretty sick, honestly.
I mean, I think it basically would have been a showcase.
Yeah.
Where we were just the two sucky comics on the showcase.
That's true. And then you got to the people that Sean asked to
like,
come
actually,
help out.
Yeah.
I've actually done a number of those graduation shows. And I always said yes to them because it's usually a pretty cool crowd.
So once I actually got to the graduation show, my goodness, the
good.
most responsive crowd I've ever had. Because I think their expectations were so low. And, like, at that point, I've been doing comedy for, like, 5 months.
Yeah.
So, like, I was, like,
you're a full class ahead of the class you're graduating with. Yeah.
Like, so, like,
you got held back a year, basically.
Like, I got my comedy GED, right?
You did. You're the guy who was bringing beer to the high school graduation. They're like, he's 21. That's.
But no, like, I had multiple people come up to me after that show and they're like, oh my gosh. And like, I could tell at a certain point, I was like, oh, they thought that was the first time that I've ever been on stage.
Yeah.
And like, I can understand that would be.
Yeah.
But I also take it because it was by far the most laughs I've ever.
Oh,
like,
sure.
It was like one of those moments where even like your like C taglines.
Yeah.
Were getting like.
Yeah, they're very supportive.
Yeah.
Which last time I did the show, I did it at the New Club at least once, maybe twice. It might have even been your show. I can't remember, but I don't think it was. I think it was the class before you. I did a show, and I don't know, it didn't really go over quite as good as I wanted it to, but I was trying to, like, I was like, you're all here to, like, support your friend, and I was like, you guys are actually the fucking crazy ones. Do you understand that? I was like, if I got an invite that was like, hey, man, Joe from work is graduating Stand-Up 101. You want to go to his show? I'd be like, hell no. I would never be that supportive of a family member or a friend.
Well, that says a lot about you.
It does. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit that. That sounds awful. I don't even go to shows I'm not on. I don't want to, yeah. That's not true. I go to a lot of shows I'm not on. Actually.
So that was the weirdest thing about that graduation is like I invited no one because I had already used up my like, hey, I started comedy, like the interest in that.
Because like he's been in that class for like 6 months.
Well, it was tough because like my closest friends were like super supportive.
You got a master's in Stand-Up 101. Yeah. You went for a while.
Like my closest friends were super supportive, right? And so like they were like, oh, dude, like we want to come out and see you and do all this stuff. And I was like
are they human? These friends, or are they inanimate? Okay.
No, I mean, okay.
3 of them are stuffed. Okay, that's right. They're good audience. Quiet.
Yeah. Hard to do crowd work.
Not super interactive. No. One might tip over if you're lucky. Maybe.
He's had a little too much.
This guy up front. He's trash. Yeah. So you're doing stand-up to stuffed animals?
No. So my friends were super supportive.
Yeah, that's good.
And like I also had like a few family members that were interested. But that was always weird because like my family is like very like I'm the edgy one of my family, right?
Right. Which for anyone who doesn't know, by the end of this episode you will know.
Yeah.
You're not. I wouldn't classify you as an edgy person or comedian. Right. Are they? Is it religious or is it just kind of like conservative?
I think most of my family is religious.
Okay.
So that definitely plays into it. But
devout Muslims.
Yeah. But I also think that even within that spectrum, right, like they are very like conservative in the like not necessarily
mannerisms, not politics.
Like, right. So it's one of those situations where like if they're going to a show where there's like Meredith or somewhere like something like that, like that's going to be a pretty jarring experience. I
love
for them.
That she's your first example.
Well, she was so they came to a show where she was hosting.
Yeah,
and like I didn't know that she was going to host, so which was great. I mean, I love Meredith.
I do too. And former guest of the show.
Yeah.
I
think I heard reference that she made a lot of mouth noises.
She did make a lot of mouth noises.
Yeah.
She ate copious amounts of candy and drank 4 Celsius cans on mic. It was...
Heck yeah.
It was something.
A lot of editing for you.
A lot of editing. Well, it should have been, but I just left it in. I was like, this could be fun. It was a Halloween episode. She brought candy.
The audio listeners are going to love this.
Oh, yeah. It was, maybe skip our Halloween episode if you're one of those people that struggles with audio. Yeah, it was fun, but we did a candy draft, and then she, instead of just like coming with the names in her head,
she just had them.
She stopped and bought them.
I mean, that's respect.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But yeah, so like she was the host in like it was actually the competition.
Oh, okay, yeah,
right. And so, like at that point, I had been doing comedy for like 4, almost 5 months, I guess. Yeah. And I like my whole goal was like, well, I'd like to make it to the second round, right? And so, like I did that, and then like. Some of my family came out for like that second night.
That's nice.
Yeah, and so it's been weird because I've I've not been on a ton of like marketed as clean shows.
Sure. You're pretty objectively clean though.
Like, well, I don't cuss.
Yeah.
And like I don't talk about anything like overtly sexual or anything like that.
On stage, you.
Oh yeah,
I can't get you to stop.
Yeah.
In private, I mean, I assume it won't come out on camera right now, but good golly, man, backstage you are just filthy, sir. You are.
Yeah, in the green room, I'm a different animal.
Oh my God, it's like audio porn. I'm like, can we stop? Can you quit? You know, it's so much detail. Not to mention, you're a little braggadocious about some physical qualities of yourself too, which this episode will be titled, Chris, quote, Big Dick Tester. That will be the name.
I would rather you not use that exact phrasing.
I thought you were going to say quotes. I'd rather you not use the quotes.
That is my middle name.
It's the middle. It's legal.
No, but I'd rather not have one of the first things that pop up when you search my name be like Chris Big Dick Tester.
I just like to set the bar for all your future love interests that they know what they're getting into. That's really what it is.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Right. Right.
But
it's called marketing, okay? It's marketing 101. It's a new class you're starting.
Yeah.
You got to put your brand out there.
So I can graduate from this class in another, 8 months.
Right. This is an 8-month-long marketing campaign, and our first lesson is, quote, big dick, end quote. And that'll be $600. That's my campaign. Yeah. So I am curious because you mentioned like the talk, like inside baseball of comedy, which happens a lot on the show, and regular listeners know, of course. What almost like interests me more though is to go before the first time you ever touch a microphone, like.
Yeah.
As you know now, being around comics, and you've been in other cities and done tons of shows, which we'll absolutely talk about, but you kind of realize that like we all have this like bug or sickness, but aside from that one thing, I don't have anything in common with most other comedians, which is kind of cool.
It's fun.
It's my favorite part of it, honestly.
You get to like, if we were all the same, then like it wouldn't be that fun.
Yeah, it's like misfit toys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot for sure, but I do like. Talk me through. So, I guess let's back up just slightly before you start Stand Up 101 at Blue Ridge Comedy Club in Bristol. What do you see an ad? Does somebody say, "Hey, there's a thing"? Like, how does that even happen that you decide to take a comedy class?
Okay, so I guess if I'm going to start you back
when you were born.
Yes.
It all started on a warm day.
January 15th, 1994.
94.
He was a large baby, but...
yeah.
So, like, growing up, I'd always been... Like, when I was a child,
okay.
I was
you were a child at one point.
Chubby.
Sure. Same here.
And I always... almost preemptively, like nothing ever made me do this, but like I thought I had to be funny,
of course,
because I was the chub. Like, because I mean that's kind of like the stereotypes that you see on TV shows and movies and all these things.
It's also a defense mechanism against bullies and
especially if you make fun of yourself first, then people are less likely to make fun of you.
I'm right there with you.
So like I'd always had those moments where I was like a funny person.
Right.
And like when I got into college, I actually kind of stopped doing that.
You stopped being funny in college.
I just stopped trying to be fun. Like
as a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Right.
Like so like in any given
that's good.
In any given group, I wouldn't like set out to define a role where I would be funny.
The funny big guy.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah, you can't be the Farley in every friend circle.
Right.
You can't.
Well, and like I'm also pretty reserved, like naturally.
You're not you don't like. I think the stereotype that you mentioned for me would be like Farley Belushi,
right?
Big, I wouldn't put you there at all.
Like I'm definitely more of like I chime in with quips, right? Like when it comes
drier, less physical energy for sure. Yeah, I would love to see you on stage just cranked up on something, just pop a couple Celsius with Meredith and just
I wish that it would work that way.
It would be terrifying.
Like Celsius, caffeine in general doesn't affect me much. I think it was the copious amounts of Mountain Dew that I drank as a child.
That will do it.
It's just like caffeine. They were just like, yeah, I mean,
your sensors are just blown out on caffeine.
Yeah. But
I love that. That's actually what was in your baby bottle as a kid. Was a lime
Well, I'm from
green.
Johnson City, and that's birthplace of Mountain Dew.
All you need to know.
And if anybody is going to contest that, we are the birthplace of Mountain Dew.
They say it. Little Chicago, they call it.
They do call
Allegedly.
it that. Because of Mountain Dew.
Because of Mountain Dew and its ties to the great city of Chicago.
Yeah, and Al Capone.
Yes. Yes. We actually have a slightly smaller bean in downtown Johnson City. A lot of people don't know that, but if you go looking around for it, it's there. It's at Holy Taco. It's a little black bean, and it's been on the bar for weeks. They're not cleaning it up. That's our Johnson City bean. Yeah. Hey, sorry for the interruption. Just want to tell you about a couple quick shows I have coming up. Tonight on Tuesday, the 28th of April, 2026, I'm going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina, doing a spot on a showcase show for former guest and good friend of the show, Carrie James. Then on Saturday, May the 2nd, I'm going to be doing a Next Stop comedy show over in Winston-Salem. That's at Foothills Brewing Company. Very fun room. I've done that one before, so I'm going to be back in Winston-Salem on May the 2nd. Then on the 6th of May, that is a Wednesday, I'm down in Wilmington, North Carolina. My first time in Wilmington. I'm going to be running 20 minutes on a showcase show down that way. After that, on the 16th of May, we've got our next Don't Tell Tri-City show with an incredible headliner. She's coming all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. It's her first time headlining for us, and she's bringing some brand new features along, as well as a brand new feature from Kentucky and some returning favorite features from Asheville, North Carolina. It's a big, fat lineup full of great comics. Same price as always. Come out on May the 16th and support that. On the 20th of May, I am down in Charlotte, North Carolina, doing another showcase show, running a long set on that one as well. On the following night, the 21st of May, I'm back in Tennessee doing a show at none other than Cascade Draft House, proud sponsor of this show. Very happy to be doing that show, hosting for Liam Nelson. The following Friday, on the 29th of May, I'm down in Harriman, Tennessee, doing a show for Encore Comedy. It is my first show with them, and I'm running 20 minutes there as well, doing some longer sets these days. So please, come out and support me. If you listen to the show, come and see me do stand-up. Now back to the episode. Anyway, so you're a kid drinking a lot of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, and so then in college, I kind of moved away from it. Right?
Okay.
Like, I never wanted to be put into that role.
Sure.
Then after college, like my first real, I guess, like post-college friend group.
Right. That you didn't meet in college.
Right.
Right.
Was like, I kind of, a lot of those things that brought me joy as a kid started to bring me joy again whenever I was in that group. Being funny, like doing those things.
Interesting.
Like voicing, like those, because like I said, I'm very reserved. I also am like pretty introverted. So like if I'm in a group of like more than 5 people, I don't talk that much.
Right. One of my favorite things about you.
Yeah.
Actually.
And
well, you're also usually within that group is either me or Travis, so you don't have to say much.
Yeah,
we take it from here, you know. And
I'll just chime in occasionally with something.
Right,
and it's like a perfect setup.
You really are just like more of a sniper. You're like, I'll just wait on an opening and just ping, just pick it off from a distance. Yeah.
But like that kind of was a nice like eye opener. That like one, it was still important. Like it was important to me.
Yeah.
And like I think I moved away from it because it did feel a little bit like it was, like, oh, he's supposed to be funny because he's fat or whatever.
Sure, right.
And like I didn't want that to be the thing.
Did any of it? So when you leave college, you make that new friend group, and you start to develop this side of you again. Yeah. Is any of that influenced by like a certain little, maybe even small, but like spike in confidence where you go, I don't have to be the fat funny guy. I can be the funny guy.
Well, I will say I also wasn't as heavy. So like I've fluctuated, like my weight has fluctuated a lot throughout the years. And like that was actually towards my lighter end of adulthood.
Sure.
So like I don't think most people would describe me as fat in those stages of my life.
Right. I don't think they would now, just for the record. I'm just saying what you said.
But I'm saying like
right.
Like I think, and because of that, like I was like, oh, I'm like I can be funny regardless of that thing.
Right. You could be the funny guy, and that's it. Yeah.
And then like that was appealing to me. Like,
sure. It's a great feeling.
It is, and like making people laugh. I mean, like
it's number one for.
Oh yeah, especially comics. Whenever you get, and like I haven't been able to find this on stage, but like when you're in a group of like 6 people. Mm-hmm. And you say something that makes everybody not be able to talk for like 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah. And then someone else references it like 4 minutes later. Right. And then it just like is completely dead again. Yeah. Like that's one of the best feelings.
Yeah. That's one thing I tell non-comics a lot, which maybe on the show, but more just like in private, because a lot of people love comedy, and even people who have no frame of reference just love the fact that they know a comedian. Yeah. But one thing I say a lot is like, man, it must be fun hanging out with comics, and I'm like, oh, it's twice as funny in the alleyway smoking cigarettes than it is on stage. You know, it's like
there's no pressure.
There's no pressure, and it's all on the fly, and it's just absurd, and there's no and it's pretty rare that somebody gets offended. You know, like you can push it a little farther generally with all psychopath comics than with your parents in the crowd watching Meredith host. You know, that's so funny. Yeah.
So like I get past that point, and like I even have like a couple of those like moments where people are like, oh, you should do stand-up comedy or whatever, right?
Like, oh, you do. People have said it to you.
Well, at that point in time,
did it sink in at all when they said that, or are you just like, eh?
I thought, like, one time I was like, well, they're just my friend. They're just saying that, right? Sure, right. And like, I'm funny, but like, because I even told one of my friends at the time. And he was like, "Oh, have you ever thought about trying it?" Mm-hmm. And then I was like, "No, that's a different type of funny than like being in a friend group funny."
Sure, I agree.
There is truth to that.
Yeah, I agree. I think my funniest friends could never do stand-up,
right?
Ever, but they're the funniest people I know.
Yeah, and like, I have friends that I think are in the right circumstances way funnier than me.
Oh yeah, me too.
But like. I also like the structure of stand-up and all these other things. So, like, it led me into that. But, sure. So, I have, like, gotten a couple of these compliments. Yeah. Like, it's weird because it's only ever been from girls, right?
Interesting. But they see you as funny. That's, like...
Right.
It also probably sinks in a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, if a guy told me that, I'd be like, screw off.
Yeah. Like, who cares about your opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cascade Draft House. I'm proud to tell you that Cascade Draft House is a proud first sponsor of the Mind Over Mike podcast. I'm very excited to team up with them, and they are a special business. If you love good beer, I know I do, you got to get down to Cascade Draft House. It's on State Street in Bristol, Tennessee, and they've got an amazing selection of 40 rotating taps, so there's always something new to try. They've got ciders, they've got seltzers, they've got IPAs, lagers, you name it, tons of cool stuff. And it's not just about the drinks at Cascade. It really truly is an awesome vibe in there. They've got open mic nights. There's fun for everybody. It's a great spot. Go and check out them, and thank Cascade Draft House for supporting the Mind Over Mike podcast. Now back to the episode.
Yeah. Well, also, I can imagine, and again, some of this I may be filling in the blanks, so stop me if I'm wrong, but from my own kind of similar experience and upbringing, I think that things like insecurity and body dysmorphia and weight, things like that can really affect you on the romantic side as well, to where if a female is even slightly interested in you, even if that just means saying, oh, you're really funny.
Oh, yeah.
I would remember that shit for the rest of my life. Like, the weight of it is so much more than my buddy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or it's different. Maybe not more, but it's a different, you internalize it very different when you're already struggling with your own image and your confidence.
Well, I think, anytime, like, if you struggle with confidence in any way, and, like, someone gives you, like, a compliment.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like
nice shirt. You'll wear that shirt all week.
Yeah, it matters so much.
I've done that like more times than I'd like to.
But I think so. Like those moments happen, but like that's probably 5 years ago.
Right.
Right. So
it's like a fairly recent development.
Well, or 6. Well, it would have been before COVID.
So but that's you mentally accepting this idea that you are funny.
Right.
You.
Yeah.
But then to go backwards from there, like when you're a kid, what's on like TV? Like, is mom funny? Is dad funny? Are you watching stand-up? Is it Looney Tunes? What's making you or your family laugh at all?
So,
if anything,
I wouldn't. So I grew up like the only child of a single mom.
Okay.
So
same here.
My mom. I think my mom is funny.
Okay.
I don't think she ever got the opportunity to be that funny with me.
Sure. Because she's raising you.
Right. Like she's working, she's raising me, she's doing all these things.
Yeah.
Like you don't like.
Is she funny to you now that you're an adult and the relationship has changed?
You know how like sometimes you'll make a really bad pun, and
me specifically?
No,
yes,
like,
I do.
But
yes.
Well, I mean like
right.
Like and
yeah.
You'll be like, dang, that was so dumb that I did that. That's how I feel about every joke that my mom makes.
Right.
Which in some ways I'm happy about.
Mine, it sounds like you're describing my mom. Yeah.
And I'm always like,
but she enjoys it.
Yeah.
She thinks like, it's the best thing ever.
And like my mom's clever. Like she definitely like.
Mm-hmm. What's she do for a living, Mom?
She's a teacher.
Oh,
so
is that so?
A teacher of children.
Oh, great! Thank you for narrowing that down.
Yeah.
I thought it was teacher of lizard Santas, which is going to be cut out, and that callback will make no sense when I say it for the listener.
You're going to have like a cold open. That's just the lizard Santa
flashback
part.
Right now. I'll put it in black and white. Yeah, I think that's so. Teacher also tells me, again, stereotypical maybe, but certain information about the type of person, and that's not typically a very. I mean, the fact that you've described her as somewhat conservative and funny in a dry way makes total sense. Yeah.
So I think more of my sense of humor probably came from like my uncles.
Okay.
And like one of like my core memories with like my family is like every Thursday night, like, cause my uncle lived very close to me.
Okay.
Like I would walk over to his house and like we would watch. There was like a block on NBC where it was like Chuck and The Office and then Parks and Rec right after.
Right.
And like we would watch that like 2-hour block of television.
Okay. So it's sitcoms actually for you.
So I would say mostly The Office.
Big fan.
I mean, I like 30 Rock later. Right. Like it wasn't.
But The Office is maybe the first one that you really latched on to, kind of. How old are you at the time of this unfolding?
So it was as we started the second season of The Office, so that would have been 2007 maybe. So somewhere I would have been like 12, 13.
Perfect. Yeah.
So like right around the like probably the most impactful time.
Yeah.
For that sort of.
That's
thing.
when, and I'll just let you know from the 35 previous episodes of the show, most of them are comics, or at least half. And then of course Talking Bits, they all 75 episodes are comics. That's a pretty common age of like that's kind of when I developed my sense of a little bit. Yeah. And I think a lot of times it's like more peer influenced in school too. That 12, 13 aligns with that too. You know, you start having friends for the first time.
Yeah, and that's like middle school. Like you're doing like so like you think you're more mature than you are.
Right, sure.
And like you
think you know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you actually know absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Which makes it probably extremely comedic from the outside.
It's my favorite age.
Yeah.
It's my favorite age to talk about. That like 11 to 14 run of a young man is so fun. It's such a funny time.
Well, one thing that I think you might find interesting.
Okay, please do.
Is because we've described like my family and like conservative type stuff.
Sure.
Like I loved Comedy Central. Like when I was a kid, like from like ages like 6 or maybe not 6, because it would have been whenever we had like the premium channels.
Right. Wow! Quit bragging. Wow.
Well, to me, the premium channels are Comedy Central and
it's CCTV.
Yeah,
it's Russian state television. You're like, that's top level stuff.
Like, we're not talking about like HBO.
Oh, right. Let's not get crazy.
But so like we had like Comedy Central, and I remember like this probably would have been like 8, like I was 8 or 9. I was watching like Dane Cook, Ralphie May. I was watching like basically anybody that was on there. Mm-hmm. Like if they had like their Comedy Central Presents, or if they had their like the stuff that would typically come on in the slightly earlier slots.
Yeah.
Like,
was Dane like a big one for you? I mean, like culturally at that time, he's probably the biggest on the channel. But I missed that with him. I'm too young.
Right.
I missed
it. You like, and like I wouldn't have been the target demo.
Sure.
Right.
But you were in the room.
But I was there.
With the target demo. Yeah. Right.
Well, no, I mean like even like, because my mom wasn't watching it. So it was just me. Mm-hmm. Right. And so Dane Cook was definitely not my favorite. I remember when I saw Ralphie May for the first time when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah, also, just in case maybe someone listening has no reference of these people, you gotta
look
explore that.
Now, granted, like also keep in mind this is comedy from the early to mid 2000s.
Oh yeah,
and like there's definitely things have changed.
Sure. And him in particular.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, didn't really pull a lot of punches, even for the culture of the time,
right?
Like the temperature of the time. But for now, yeah.
Oh yeah. And
can you imagine now?
Oh,
I think about him a lot. I think about Patrice a lot too.
Oh
like what would have happened to that career? How would that be?
My introduction to Patrice, right, is The Office, right?
Yeah.
That's great. Like that's
yeah.
But
that's funny.
Yeah. But no, like so I see Ralphie like. And then like his either presents or special was good enough that like every time I saw that he came out with something, like I would be like, oh shoot,
it made you a fan.
Yeah, like I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
And I think probably part of it was like a little bit the like seeing another like big person do something extra like really awesome.
Yeah.
And like he's killing. Like
there's probably sets. I mean, if you were in the room, where I think
nonstop laughter.
There's a thing with comedy where you can only crush so like the top 100 best sets ever are all exactly the same level of crush because there's just so much you can do.
Yeah,
and I think he hit that mark a lot.
Oh yeah,
a lot. Yeah.
Well, I like because here's another little inside.
You ever seen him
baseball.
fall down?
Oh yeah. That's not intentional, but
there's a kind of unfortunate, sad, but also hilarious video of Ralphie coming out, and he was. How big do you think Ralphie was at the peak of it?
He was probably
600-ish,
probably
big.
He was like
health bad big.
Yeah, he's like to the point where like walking is probably labored.
Yeah, right.
Right. So
so he trips down a flight of stairs on his way to the microphone and has to roll with it. Yeah. And I will say he pops back up pretty quick.
I mean, handles it
pretty quick. I'm gonna see if I can find just like a still image. We don't have to watch the whole video, but I would like to, for the reference for the listener, I would like to show something. His outfits were also like notoriously insane. I just saw a video the other day of other comics trying on his big orange jacket. Did you happen to?
I haven't seen that.
See that? It's hilarious. Mark Norman was in it, and it like that jacket swallowed Norman whole because he's a little guy. So for the listener, I won't plug the full video, but this is sort of a still image of him on his way down in a red and white baseball shirt with a backwards cap. It was Jimmy Kimmel. It was Jimmy Kimmel Live. What do you know? Yeah, that's that's unfortunate. But so funny. So at that time, would you say that he was your favorite comedian at that time?
So, stand-up for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's weird because like in high school, I definitely got more into like watching sketch comedy than watching...
What would that be? What kind of sketches?
So, like Whitest Kid You Know. Other like some Smosh sketches were pretty funny. Sure. They're like, and those are kind of the two bigger ones.
You a video game guy too, right? What about like, oh my god, what was it? Remember like the bad lip readings of like game trailers and stuff. Yeah. I remember I had a neighbor who was really into that, like Toboscus or whatever. Yeah. There was one of, this is dull for the listener, but for you and me, there was a trailer for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Yeah.
There was a bad lip reading of it that I've probably watched a bajillion times as a kid.
The bad lip reading stuff is great.
It's so funny.
The football ones are always the best ones. Yeah. But, do you remember, so like there's College Humor, like College Humor was pretty big.
I don't
that was like towards the end of my high school time.
Okay, right.
And then did you ever watch like Dorkly or any of like the animated like stuff like that?
I don't think so. Why Does Kids You Know had a couple sketches that honestly that's before my time too, but lived on enough to where like my friend group in high school worshipped those guys. Yeah.
So I mean like I was probably late on some of that stuff as well.
Yeah, I was definitely late.
Because I'm guessing those videos had probably already been like 3 or 4 years old by the time I found them.
At least.
But then, like the nice thing about finding things like that late, is like then you go through their entire like and then
I love now when like my girlfriend didn't grow up on like a lot of different music and stuff, so she'll be like,
and then you get to show
this Pink Floyd group is pretty good, huh? And I'm like, start at the beginning, and it's all there. Like you know, I'm like skip the last year's album. You know, just go backwards and start at the beginning. That is a nice thing about getting to the party a little late.
So yeah, I really enjoyed those things. Mm-hmm. And like if you probably would have asked me in high school or after high school, I probably would have said I would have been a lot more interested in doing something like that than I would have comedy or like stand-up comedy.
Well, you and I have talked about sketch ideas and stuff
and
too.
I still am very interested in doing it, but I
had one today actually. We'll talk after. But
but I will say as I've gotten older, I do kind of go back to stand-up as being that like first thing that I saw and loved.
Sure. You know, the interesting thing about Ralphie and Dane and that era is typically when I ask that question a lot because I'm just interested, and sometimes, more often than not, I can
Chappelle
see a real of course, and I can like a lot of times I can see that in the person. I don't really see that a lot with you. I guess maybe you would say like stage presence wise or mannerisms. I could see maybe like some Ralphie level stuff. You know, like mic work and stuff.
Yeah, we both don't move a lot.
Right. But that also might just be natural to you.
Yeah,
that might not be
like,
a Ralphie thing.
I would say it's tough. I've had a few comics I think influence me a lot post that. Like I think those things are just building that foundation of like fun. Like these things are funny.
Grampy, is that a big influence for you?
Yeah,
Grampy.
I love
Grampy.
Phil.
He's gonna be listening to this. That's why I said I love him so much. I respect the hell out of that guy.
So, like, if you like fast forward to like 2016, I think it is.
Okay.
I watch James Acaster's repertoire.
That's right. We've talked about this.
And
I knew that.
Like that probably is my favorite.
It's incredible.
Like stand up.
It's incredible. And that may be one truly that most folks listening aren't familiar with.
And if you haven't seen it, go watch
please it. Please do. It's a four part?
Four parts.
4-part Netflix special. It's incredible. And it's British humor, which I typically am somewhat of a fan of, and a lot of people, Travis like openly hates all British comedy, but it's a different kind of comedy for sure. But man, he's so much talent.
I also think he's very accessible. Like within British humor, I think he's accessible.
Good place to start.
You're not gonna, even though he's gonna make references to things that may be weird for us,
right? Culturally,
like you're gonna understand all of it.
It's also like maybe my favorite style or brand of comedy is like something that is both genius and ludicrous at the same time. Like not that rapper, but like is a really smart rapper ludicrous. No, like something like Conan is always the one that I like. Conan is a brilliant man, and he's absolutely ridiculous most of the time. That combination of smart and funny, silly, is my favorite funny maybe. And Acaster is that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Have you ever seen Afterlife? It's Ricky Gervais's.
I have not. It's a show, right?
Yeah. So it's not. I guess it's a comedy. It's like a dark, it's Ricky.
I've seen clips from it, I think.
It's really enjoyable. For me, for whatever reason. I've watched it like 3 times, both seasons, and it's like the premise of the show is so dark. It's a show on Netflix, and it's Ricky Gervais, and it's about a man whose wife dies of cancer, and he's gonna kill himself, but he doesn't because somebody has to feed the dog.
Yeah.
That's the setup to episode 1. That's the first 10 seconds. And so it's like it starts off on such a dark note, and it honestly progresses to even darker spots throughout the show. That when there is funny, that's kind of the British thing, right? It's like when it is funny, it hits so much harder, so much harder. And I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a single word punchline from a character in that show that is so unexpected and builds for the better part of the entire first season of the show that when I saw it for the first time, I thought that's the funniest thing I've ever seen on screen. Like it made me laugh so hard because it's a character you get to know and like it's just so off the wall for the he's just, I think he's brilliant. I really do. I mean, he fucking wrote The Office, so brilliant.
Have you seen the British Office?
I have.
Yeah.
I watched it after watching the American one though, which it's tough. It's a tough way to go. Yeah. I think if you go the other way, you'd have a better appreciation for it. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. I have I'm not trying to brag, but I have the Office Lego set complete in my bedroom across the hall. So I have to check that out after the show. Built it with these hands right here, all by myself. Blood, sweat, and plastic. All me. Yeah, pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
You're not as impressed by that as I'd like you to be.
So here's it's unfortunate, right?
Okay.
Because I think
don't pivot away from the Office Lego set.
No, I'm still
okay. All right. I'm just kidding.
I think you're like, oh man, Chris is a nerd. He likes The Office. He's gonna love this thing that I talked about the Office Lego set. But like my nerddom, I don't care about Legos at all.
That's the wrong answer in this house.
Right. Well, I'm sorry, but there's no Legos up there, so
there's not. I save them for the private areas. I save them for the bedroom.
Try to lure people into your bedroom.
I go, you want to see Meredith's desk? You want to see the conference room? There's the pyramid scheme up on the board. There is. It's true. Put that sticker on myself with these hands. Yeah, I do love Legos. Well, I do. You and I have talked a lot off stage, never this direct and one-on-one, but like about different pop culture. And I mean, also, we haven't even mentioned, you put the damn Star Wars soundtrack on the wall. What's your favorite episode?
So this is where...
Don't piss me off.
Well, things are going to get wild.
If it's after the number 6, I'm going to be so pissed.
That's crazy.
Okay, all right.
The sequels aren't canon, and I
hate them so much. And I'm not one of those people that used to say that about the prequels. I've always liked the prequels. Dude. I've always liked the prequels. I'm sorry. And for anyone
Maybe I will go to your
I'll just tell you, I'm hearing actively my mom press pause on the episode. Like I'm hearing people stop listening. I don't care. I mean, I don't care. I've never talked Star Wars on the show, so I'm happy to do it.
If they're still here, then they're going to love my take.
Okay. Yeah, give me your hot takes in the Star Wars universe.
My favorite Star Wars movie is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Okay, now that you've lost me. You had me. 2 or 3 I would have accepted. 2's bad.
You think Attack of the Clones is more acceptable than The Phantom Menace?
I think if you take the Darth Maul battle sequence or the saber sequence out of Phantom Menace, then it's nothing. That's the whole movie. Duel of the Fates is that whole movie. It's carrying that movie. Let's be honest.
First off.
All right. First off. Let's go to war, dude. I'm ready.
Revenge of the Sith. If you take out the Obi-Wan Anakin fight, like it's
still good.
It's still good. It's not going to be like, it's not going to be great.
It's pretty damn good.
The Darth.
Opening scene,
I will say
it's great.
Revenge of the Sith probably does have. It's definitely a top 3 scene for me in the Star Wars universe.
Okay.
With the Darth Plagueis the Wise monologue in the Opera House.
Right.
I think
it is good.
Like in terms of
even though I will stand by this, I love Star Wars. I love Anakin. I love Hayden's portrayal. I don't think he's a great actor.
No.
I think he's objectively a very bad actor.
Right. Well,
particularly in the first and second movies.
I would fight back a little bit on that.
Okay. All right. Fight back. Let's hear it. I'm trying to get you riled up. That's what I want you to flip this table.
I wouldn't necessarily say Hayden Christensen is a bad actor. Like even in those movies. I think
those movies.
I think the dialogue is the weak. The weakest part is the dialogue, and he didn't have control over that.
Yeah, that's right.
And so like I think if you're going to talk about like the chemistry with him and Natalie Portman, I think there are things that are lacking in that front.
There's a few,
which is wild because I think my chemistry with Natalie Portman would be amazing.
I agree. When she finds out about Chris, quote, big dick tester, she's going to come running. Yeah. Also, Natalie, if you're listening to the show, please write in, send me a snail mail letter to my apartment.
Send me a DM, please.
No, don't do that. Send a letter to my apartment. I'll reach out to Chris if I feel like it. That's what I'm his manager. I'm his romantic advisor.
Thank you.
I'm just not sure that Natalie Portman's right for you, is what I'm saying. Oh. I got to feel her out first and see, what's she into.
You're not feeling her at all.
No, not feel her up, feel her out. I just got to see, what's up, what's she into.
Natalie Portman is the saving grace of Attack of the Clones, and I'll stand on that.
That's fine. I'll let you have that.
But also...
I don't know, I like Django pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, and the whole...
Fat, not Unchained.
Camino part is pretty fun.
That's pretty good.
So, okay. Let's go back to episode 1, because this is important.
Let's go back to episode 1. Okay. I would like it if the remainder of this podcast to be an episode by episode walkthrough.
So, okay, there's a few things. It's my favorite Star Wars movie. Okay. Right? So I'm not going to say necessarily it's the best Star Wars movie.
Okay, see, no, that's fine. I'll let you have it. That's fine.
Now, I think it's underrated in that regard as well, but we can get into that later.
Okay.
So the first thing is my favorite character in all of fiction is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Sure.
Which really hurts because I think Disney did a terrible disservice to him in the Obi-Wan series.
I agree.
I've argued with some of my friends about this
It did not meet up to my expectations.
Well, I think they changed some fundamental things about Obi-Wan as a character that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
And also the whole Leia thing.
Oh, my God.
Like
the
fact that she's like, oh, yeah, Obi-Wan. Like, I remember when we went on this journey together.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah, well, also the scene where Flea from fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers is chasing Leia through the woods and he stops in the trail because there's like a branch about waist high. I can't. It's so poorly. Some of those Disney, there are actually moments in that Kenobi series that I really enjoyed. Oh, several. The fight sequences are pretty good.
The in-fight, very solid.
Very good.
The scene where Obi-Wan and Leia get on the ship, and you see Darth Vader use the Force
to hold the ship back.
To hold a huge ship, like full propulsion on back. Yeah. Like it's probably the greatest display of the Force that we had seen
of his power for sure. Yeah. In canon, anyways. Yeah. Are you one of these guys who gets into all the manga and all the non-canon stuff? I have a friend who I've considered having on the show just as a Star Wars episode who could probably talk for 4 hours about. He could tell you where Mace Windu grew up. He's one of these guys who's he's got everything.
Well, it was a small town in Mississippi, but
it's called motherfucker Mississippi. That's the name of the town. Yeah.
So I mostly have kept to the movies and I've watched a lot of the TV shows. Yeah. Although my biggest failure as a Star Wars fan
is say it. I know what you're going to say is going to piss me off. Go ahead.
I haven't seen all of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to. That's going to piss me off. Yeah. That's the
best. I'm trying to remedy it.
That's the best media. That's the best Star Wars media that's ever been made.
I've heard that. I will say
it took so much for me to convince Haley to watch it. Yeah. And then I couldn't get her to stop watching it.
So I've watched season 1 of the Clone Wars.
You got to get through it.
Probably 4 times.
Yeah, you got to get through it.
And
I do that with shows a lot too, actually. Breaking Bad, I watched 4 times.
I have a hard time, if I'm trying to rewatch something, I always still want the context of watching I can't just start back where I stopped.
Right, you got to start over. Because you've forgotten a lot of the content.
Well, and there's all those small moments where you're like, oh, this will come back.
And it builds. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. What about Rebels? You watch Rebels?
I didn't watch Rebels because I hadn't seen the Clone Wars. And I knew that there was connected things.
Haley's on it right now. And I'm like, I think there's probably about a dozen episodes that you could watch and be fine. Like, there's a lot of filler shit in there. In my opinion, there's people who I know devout Rebels fans, but I just
well, with Lord of the Shadows coming out, I'm gonna go and watch all of that stuff.
That's fair
because that all builds the Darth Maul canon.
I was shocked how much it tied into Solo.
Yeah,
you know, he had that cameo and stuff, but yeah, I think this upcoming series will tie in a lot with the Solo arc too. Did you seen Solo?
Yeah, I did watch it.
What are your thoughts on Solo?
It definitely didn't deserve the box office that it had.
Yeah.
Like, I think everybody was just so worn out from The Last Jedi that nobody wanted to go to that one.
Correct.
And it was like 6 months, right, between movies.
Yeah. It's not nearly as bad as that shit.
Like, it's...
that garbage.
Probably not as good as The Force Awakens.
Yeah, that's about where it falls for me. Probably right behind
But it's definitely better than the other two Disney Star Wars movies.
Yeah, it's not even close.
But The Force Awakens are close. Like, it's not like a landslide.
Yeah, I think, Force Awakens is enjoyable. Like, I've even told Haley, she has not watched any of the Disney ones, and I'm like, we could probably watch that one, and you'd be fine.
So, my ex had never seen Star Wars.
Yeah.
So, we watched...
God, it's great.
I also...
Mine neither.
She didn't know, like, anything.
Yeah.
And so... I was trying to figure out how to start, and I knew she didn't like older movies.
Right.
So what I did was I started with Rogue One.
Interesting move.
To get her interested in the plot of that stuff.
But with a newer
cast, visual. With a newer visual, all that stuff.
Yeah. It's also incredible. It's a great movie.
Great standalone. Like, I mean, it's better.
You're being so diplomatic about your Star Wars takes. I love it.
It's better than... It's a top 5.
Sure.
Star Wars.
I'd probably agree with that. I'd have to really like lay it out and think.
Right.
But yeah, I would say so. It's on the upper end for me, for sure. And there's like, is there any lightsaber play whatsoever? Does the lightsaber
just the
end?
Yeah,
the very end. Right.
Which is
maybe top 3 scenes ever.
That is probably what puts it like over the top, because you get to see like Vader in his prime. Like, oh my gosh,
like, it's so good. We were talking before the episode about Darth Vader just as a character, and about just the cultural impact and stuff. And one thing that we were like, I had said, like, I wonder who could top. Do you have anybody that you think culturally could rival him as a villain in, film or media? Like, I really don't. There's obviously a lot of heroes that you could argue, but as a villain, I don't know.
Just solely in fiction, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Because otherwise...
Hitler.
Well, I was going to say Epstein, but that's probably the correct answer. Or Mao, which nobody talks about.
Right, but terrible.
Yeah. Pol Pot. There's a lot of them,
But, I mean,
Joseph
I would
Stalin
say...
post-1945.
I would say I would think a lot differently about you if you wore a shirt that had one of them on it versus Darth Vader.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Very
because
different.
It's fiction.
Yeah.
And he murders
get away with it.
Millions of people, but you're like, well,
but he's so cool.
He's so cool, though.
And he turns around in the end.
Right? He does, yeah. He does. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen Return of the Jedi from 1984.
I didn't. That's on me. I shouldn't have. I gotta keep this spoiler free.
How dare you?
So, what were we talking about? Oh, Darth Vader. Villains.
Darth Vader's,
Villains.
Yeah, villains.
I think there are probably some villains that could potentially,
like, on a cultural, like, global level.
Yeah, I think maybe the Joker.
Oh, sure, that's a good answer. Yeah,
especially with Heath Ledger's performance in that movie. Unbelievable. I mean, like, I think that goes a long way, because that takes it out of just a comic book thing. Sure. To like, a lot of people have seen that. And
let's not forget Lego Batman, which I just forced Haley to rewatch about a week ago. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
I've heard it's. I think one person said it's the top 3 Batman movie.
That might be pushing it, but it's top 5 probably for sure. It's good. It's good. I like the Lego movies a lot. The Lego movie is really good too.
So I think because of the cultural phenomenon that was the Avengers, maybe Thanos, like, but I don't.
It's hard to tell anymore.
Because
you're talking about 1977 when there's not a lot of competing media, and like he's.
But like you had so many movies leading up to the Thanos thing. The thing is, like, I think when you get there, it's not as satisfying as Vader.
Well, it's also to the Joker point, like within that DC universe, there's a billion. Within Marvel, there's a billion villains. That kind of waters it down. Whereas like in Star Wars, I mean, there's the Emperor, there's the Empire, there's Stormtroopers, there's other iconic things, but I don't know if anything's as iconic as your boy
in
right
Marvel,
there.
I would say Thanos like isn't even for me like a top 3 villain.
I don't know if a lot of people think of villains when they think of the Avengers too, because it's the Avenger. You know what I mean? There's like 9 heroes to 1 villain. Like the ratio's not there.
I guess my biggest one for Marvel would be. And this also comes down to if you believe they're a villain or not.
Okay, all right.
But Magneto. Like, I think Magneto is, in a lot of the ways that makes Darth Vader iconic, Magneto is also very iconic.
Now, the Marvel conversation is interesting, and I will not lie to you, I'm somewhat ignorant on the topic. I believe I've seen all of them except Age of Ultron is the only one I never saw. Yeah. Oh, and I've never seen Winter Soldier, which people give me flack for all the time.
So a lot of people love Winter Soldier.
A lot of people love it. Never seen it.
It's fine.
I've never seen the second Black Panther. There's a couple of sequels for sure that I've not seen. Anything post...
I will say Age of Ultron, bring callback.
Okay.
Office alum James Spader in that movie.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
I will say...
Post Infinity War, I'm out.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
Or Endgame. I'm out.
100% fair.
I don't care.
I will say, if you could find on YouTube a cut that's just James Spader as Ultron,
sure.
Watch that.
Okay.
Because like his voice acting as Ultron makes me so happy.
Okay, all right.
Because I'm like, that's Robert California.
I would watch. Taking over the world,
And I was like, it makes complete sense to me.
Jim. Yeah. I do think sometimes with the Marvel stuff too, like because I didn't really have anyone in my life as a kid that was like a comic book head, I have no reference to anything outside the cinematic universe. None. Other than like pop culture things and
this is
Big Bang Theory references or something maybe.
You being like 5 or 6 years younger than me. Probably impacts us a lot because
despite the fact that I call you kid on this show quite often,
so
that might be the name of the episode. The Kid, the debut of the Kid,
Big Dick Kid. The
Chris quote Big Dick quote Kid quote tester. It's all in quotes, separate quotes. Tripod they call you.
Yeah,
that's your nickname. Yeah, kickstand.
Yeah, old callback to another night.
Another night. Another town.
So, in the late 90s, there was like an animated X-Men show and an animated Spider-Man show.
Yeah. The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, correct.
I'm familiar. That's how we got the infamous meme.
Oh, yeah.
That's the...
actually, that might have been before.
All right. Well, I don't know anything. That's fine.
But...
Call my bluff.
I will.
Make me look stupid on my own show, dude. That's fine.
Are you not already...
I don't need your help with it. I do a pretty good job of it on this show every week.
So, that X-Men cartoon, like, hit me... Like, I was like 5, 6 years old, whatever, watching that. It hit me at the perfect time. Because, I cared about those characters so much. I also watched Spider-Man. I never really got into DC stuff until later.
Too scary.
No, it was like I just didn't care about. So I didn't care about Superman. Didn't care about Batman. It really wasn't until the Christopher Nolan Batman movies that I was like, oh, Batman is super cool.
So good.
Like I would get my mom to sometimes take me to comic book shops, and like I would just like look around.
Yeah. Not really knowing what you're looking at, but just to be around.
And I remember like there was a few DC characters that like just from their designs I was like, these guys are the coolest.
Yeah.
And those characters were in this order.
Poison Ivy.
No, well,
Right.
There's
it's the cleavage.
There's obviously like hot comic characters, but this isn't that.
Sure.
Well, some people might find these people hot.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
No.
Oh.
So, and I might name some people you don't know.
Oh, probably. Yeah,
so like,
like my entry level knowledge to the Marvel universe, it's even lower on the DC side, and it's even lower than that on the X-Men.
Yeah, so you might not know any of these people. Not. But it'll be a good.
Okay, so it's an education. Just from
the Shaq movie,
from Deadpool. Same guy?
No,
that's Colossus.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's the X-Men character.
Right.
No, so this is all DC. So no X-Men, no Marvel.
Okay.
So Steel, and he's basically there's like a run where like Superman dies, and this guy takes over. He builds some tech stuff, and he's like super cool. He like takes over the mantle that Superman left when he died. Cool suit. Like cool,
okay. I'm gonna pull these up as you're saying. So Steel. That's number one.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know that one.
And then you've definitely heard of the character, but there's multiple,
So this is Steel.
Yeah, so
which
cool.
I'll put an image on the thing. That is a cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like a Doctor Doom type, like mechanic versus the cape. You know, like.
But he also like.
Interesting.
Well, actually,
does he have any like on-screen representation? Like, is that
so? There was like a Steel, like movie. I don't actually know if it was the DC character or not.
Oh.
It's
saw
Shaq.
This porno one time.
Well, it was Shaq.
Shaq. Oh.
Yeah, as Steel.
Is that right?
Yeah. But so he's a cool character.
There it is, Steel, Shaq. Wow, that's hilarious. 1997.
Which
I did not know that existed.
I mean, if you're gonna pick,
also, why is it spelled Steal? That feels racist, doesn't it?
It's Steel. Oh. You son of a gun.
That's just for you.
Also,
that's staying in.
He's almost like if there was a black Superman, right? And like
okay, sure.
And like I think that's cool.
What would his kryptonite be?
Water.
I can't believe I got you to answer that. I wasn't gonna say. You said it, dude. That's racist. Why would you say that?
No, because of rust.
I was gonna. Oh, sure.
He's Steel.
That's so funny. That's staying in too. Fuck you. That's. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, so who else? Who else are we looking at in that?
Okay,
universe?
So look up John Stewart Green Lantern.
Okay.
So
I'm hoping it's John Stewart from The Daily Show.
There's multiple Green Lanterns. So there's like Hal Jordan, there's John Stewart, Guy Gardner. There's also the Green Lantern Corps, all that stuff. That stuff's way too much.
Oh, you like Black Green Lantern?
Yeah.
Black Lantern.
So I will say all of my favorite...
I'm seeing a trend.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to see a trend.
So
Shaq, Green Lantern, Black Green Lantern.
Well, Shaq was my favorite basketball player for a long time as well.
Oh, wow. Well... Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So, and then if we go into this a non-black DC character
I would prefer,
is Nightwing, which I don't know if you know.
I do know Nightwing.
Okay.
Just from Batman games and media and
But the idea that like Robin, Dick Grayson Robin, actually became cool and then got like a super sweet suit
and ditched the underwear. Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, sign me up for that.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Pretty cool. Did you play those games at all, like the Arkham?
So no, I always wanted to, but like that was in the phase where I was only playing multiplayer games with my friends. So
Arkham City in particular is just unbelievable.
I've heard
it's
like
so good.
I've heard they're great, and I've heard they still hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they do. There's a few too that I've like considered.
So you might actually know more about Batman than me, because I would think, at least from the like villains perspective.
Yeah, there's some ridiculous ones in DC.
Yeah.
There's Polka Dot Man and all that shit.
Mr. Pig or whatever.
That's crazy. I'm sure you could say anything, and I'd be like, that's probably yeah. Sean Carter, I think, is a villain in that world. Yeah, Jay-Z, not the local one, but yeah.
Which also they really shouldn't have done that.
To Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, he kept taking kids to this island. It was crazy. He's this big star. Imagine there's a knock on my door right now. Be quiet. It's Beyonce. Yeah, I think the villain conversation is interesting too, because like it's obviously a nerdy conversation, but it's also not though. Like I think, again, for anyone who has made it this far and is not a comic book fan, it is just interesting that there's such a cultural significance to these characters and these worlds that you and I can talk for lengths about them as if we know that, like as if they're real. It's all something Stan Lee thought up, you know, or like what, like that's a really impressive level of impact on culture and stuff, which I love in comedy too. I think there's a few of those guys in stand-up now.
Yeah, I think like in any type of media, there are people or characters that transcend.
Yeah.
Right? So like obviously in Star Wars, Darth Vader is one of those.
He's... do you think there's anywhere in the world you could go that they wouldn't... I mean, obviously like a remote village in the Amazon.
Yeah, I think anywhere that's had Western exposure probably has...
You think if you took a boat up the Amazon with a picture of him, you'd hold it up and they'd be like, "I'm your father." Yeah. They know. They know immediately. Isn't that weird? There's so few of those tribes out there that have like never seen a white man. They don't know what they're missing out on potato salad and all that shit.
Did you say white woman?
White man.
Oh.
They've never heard Kenny G. Can you imagine?
I can't imagine that.
Or Kelpie G for that matter, who's my preferred clarinetist. Are you familiar?
No.
I'll show you, just for the listener as well. Kelpie G is a really talented...
Is this a SpongeBob character?
It might be. There's a chance that it is. Kelpie G is a very, very talented clarinetist. Yeah. Very talented. And it is a direct spoof of Kenny G. And how they did not get in trouble for it, I don't know.
When you said it... God. When you said it the second time, I was like, "Oh yeah, this has to be a SpongeBob
Look at him
thing."
ripping that clarinet, dude. He's Kelpie G.
I kind of forgot that Squidward played the clarinet. That was like his thing.
Oh, it's his thing, man.
That's
like Squidward 101, which is the third course I'll be teaching for anyone who
for
wants to sign up.
$800.
That one is $800, and it's a 2-hour class.
Yeah, one for each leg.
The first lesson is clarinet.
So this might be tough for you to hear. Because it seems like you're a SpongeBob
You're breaking
guy.
up with me. Oh, I am very much so.
So
you hate it.
When SpongeBob was really at its peak, that's when I was like, "Oh, I'm 10 years old. I'm an adult, and I've got to stop watching cartoons."
Well, I'm 26, and I watched it today.
Oh, once I got into college, I was like, "That's so dumb. I'll watch whatever I want to watch."
That's the best.
And once you make that like shift, you're like, "Oh, I was an idiot."
Yeah, you're like,
but
turning on Paw Patrol before dinner.
Well, no.
I don't go quite that far. I do actually watch a lot of Bluey. Are you familiar?
I know what it is.
I watch a lot of it because
like
my
Australian...
dog watches it. So every time I leave the house, I have to put Bluey on.
Do you say your dog watches it?
Yeah, Copper watches it. It's in a...
For educational.
It's in a color tone to where dogs can watch it. So it's made for that. So when I'm gone and he's here, I'll put it on. That way he feels like there's no...
Is he an Australian Shepherd dog?
I have 2 Aussies, or I have 1 Aussie still living at my mom's, but he's a Irish Doodle.
Oh, so he doesn't understand it as well.
Well, he does. He just speaks Gaelic, so I have to set it. I
have to set it the closed captions for Gaelic.
Yeah. Gaelic's not even a real language. I don't think it's.
I think it's something.
It's just a series of consonants. I don't think it makes any sense at all. I don't know if anybody knows what they're saying. We're just hammered. Conan one time said that Gaelic sounds like somebody threw a chair down the back staircase. Just being assaulted with consonants. Yeah.
Have you ever seen...
No.
Okay.
Have I ever seen?
Like super thick Irish accent? Like people talking with super thick Irish accents?
Oh, yeah.
Like, does it not make you feel like... Oh, yeah, there's people in Appalachia that sound just like that.
Oh, it's direct descendants of the same... Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, yeah, I kind of get it.
There's a really fascinating video on, like, the evolution of, like, Old English into Appalachian. It's really interesting. Really interesting.
Nerd.
Certain things. Oh, okay. So that's it. So the evolution of human language is nerdy, but you can tell me about fucking steel. Shaq as steel.
Oh, yeah. Shaq's not nerdy. He's a professional basketball player.
You're right. That's DJ Diesel we're talking about. I take it back. Mm-hmm. Him eating the hot chip, dude. One of my favorites.
Yeah. When he went to Phoenix, his nickname was the Shactus.
I hate it so much.
When he was in Boston, his nickname was the Big Shamrock.
Boston. That's my Sean Carter impression.
Nice.
It's not bad. Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That's all his raps sound like that. So, okay, let me step aside from the comic book conversation for a second. Because I do think that, again, you as a comedian interest me, which you and I talk a lot off camera, and I've taken sort of an interest in you. So, but we've gone backwards, some of the early influence and stuff, and then now you're doing it. So now you're 8 months in, and I think you've had a few shows outside of Blue Ridge, outside of town and stuff. You've been to a couple Don't Tells. Where are you at now with it, and what's your thoughts? What's your goals? What's your this is your opportunity to tell me that I suck at comedy. You know, what?
That doesn't really seem related to the other two.
I just am hoping. I'm a sucker for punishment. You know.
So, I guess I've been lucky that I've gotten to do probably a lot more shows in 8 months than a lot of people are able to do.
I agree. And a higher caliber of show. Yeah.
And
more time.
I've been able to get to where. And
what's the longest set you've done?
I've done 15 minutes.
That's long for 8 months.
Well, so that's it's almost a little bit.
I was probably bad 2 years in before I. Oh, I agree.
Because it's I now am a guest spot, 5 minutes. That's nothing, you know. But nobody knows that I
Yeah.
So if people tell me, I would say I would like to do 10 minutes if I can, but I'd love to do a 5-minute guest spot or whatever.
Sure.
So I've been blessed. I've gotten to do all these shows.
Amen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's my son.
And I think that's been very beneficial.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to work my way out.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got
geographically.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is very important.
Right.
And you are doing at a much faster rate than I was able to.
So
the timing of you starting also, I think, is very relevant there. That there are opportunities that are accessible. You know.
And
you're not on an island per se, quite like I was and others were at the start of Blue Ridge. You know, it was we're out here. There's Blue Ridge, and then there's really nothing else.
I thought you were going to make another Epstein Island joke.
No, I mean I can if you'd like. But
no, I don't.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Well,
so, but there's a lot of things, right? Yeah. There's a lot of comics that I think were kind of your class or the class before you that have kind of dropped.
Yeah.
So
either stop doing it or
they're just
in Trav and I's case, we're just not around a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So
because we're doing other things.
Right. Which is great. You guys are moving into the areas that eventually I'll want to be doing that type of stuff.
We're also looking at, both of us I think are heavily considering geography and to find more opportunity, right. It's not enough. Local comedy's not enough for us anymore. So that does leave an empty space.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm lucky that I came at the right time.
Agreed.
I was able to at least be good enough to fill some of those voids.
Sure. I think you're better than Travis. I'll say it.
I don't. So Travis, if you're watching this,
don't worry, he's not. He's not.
Well, in that, I'm just
in that case, fuck Travis. I do love Travis.
So no, Travis is great. One of the best comedians, and also one of the people that's probably helped me the most in this journey. Guy. He always even whenever I was just gaining a little bit of confidence as an open mic guy, he would, I would be able to talk to him. Yeah. He would say, "Oh, I do I like this joke."
Yeah.
Whatever.
He's also not 100% of the time, typically, and particularly with you. He and I have talked about you a lot without you in the room too. I think he's pretty honest with you. Even to a fault maybe, but
well, I would want him to be, right?
There's certain faces that you kind of need to lie. I don't know how else to say it. To just for niceties, you go, yeah, great set, whatever, and you don't really with you. I don't think he's doing that. I really don't. Not often.
Well, now you're just making me question every interaction.
Well, I would probably overanalyze it when he talks to you from now on.
No, but like
we should also say, that reminds me, sorry to cut you. We should say there's with you feeling that void, so to speak, comes a tremendous amount of pressure that I'm sure you feel in that for quite some time, I don't think there was a new comic that was embraced at quite the level you were, or and I probably should have started with this up top, but just frame of reference for the listener. My introduction to you was I had not been at the club for 6 months, maybe, quite a long stint. And one night I was in town, and Trav and I were here recording and this show, and he was like, I'm going to Blue Ridge. And I was like, oh, fuck, it is Wednesday. I forgot. And he was like, you have to go now because I know you're free because I'm here. And I was like, okay, fine, let's go. So I go down there, and I did something that I almost never did and still to this day rarely do, is I sat in the very front. And I was like, I just want to see what's going on. I haven't been here in 6 months, see who's up. And I don't think you were on stage when I got there, but you went up while I was there. And I think I hadn't talked to anybody before. I just went straight up to the front and sat down, saw your set, and you did your joke about wizards, which I don't know if you still do.
I'm still working on it. Like,
I repeated that joke a lot after I heard you. I love that joke. I think that when I saw you, that was months ago now, you're very fresh to the stage, and again, like, you're brand new, so the stage presence and the confidence wasn't what it is already and will eventually be, but the writing of that joke, I went, oh, fuck, that's a joke. Like, that guy wrote a joke, and this is not a shot to anyone in particular, but I don't typically experience that feeling when I go there and see these other open mic where I go, oh, that, like, he can write. So that, and I'm more of a writer anyways. And so that caught my attention, and so I went back to the bar after your set, and Jared was back there, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And Jared goes, oh, that's Chris Thester. He's pretty good, huh? And I was like, yeah, like, that's a solid joke. And I was like, do you hear the wizard thing? And he was like, yeah. And I said, do you mind to introduce me to him? Because I never met you. And so then you came back there, and Jared was like, Chris is Nathaniel, whatever, you know, and still tell. And I don't know if you had any awareness of me prior to this meeting at all, but I didn't, for sure. I think you were so new you're still in the class, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long period of time.
In your extended stay at the class. To where, like, nobody had ever said your name to me or anything, so it was all organic. And you were very kind, and I said, do you remember this? I said something like, I was like, yeah, here, you're really good. And you were like, I'm not the one to ask about that. And I was good answer.
You said something like, I heard you did really well at the show the other night or whatever. And I was like, dude, I like, you can talk to Jared about that or whatever, but because I'm lucky, like we talked about, there was a lot of roles, and like also I was just constantly there, like which I really related to. If you're an aspiring comic, literally the best thing that you can do is just be there, be around, like, because if you make a little bit of trust with whoever's running shows, like, they might give you a guest spot, right? Like, that's how I started doing, like, and started actually getting booked on stuff. It was like, I was able to go to the club, do a guest spot on like a pretty big show with like 40 or 50 people, like, do pretty well. And then it's like, oh, we can actually just book him for this show, like next show or whatever.
That's exactly my experience too. Well, I mean, not exactly, but similar in that, like, when I started, I had just graduated college. Couldn't find my dream job, fell through, which I think I've told the story on the show, but I had my dream job all lined up and it fell through, and then I didn't really know what to do.
A data analyst for the NBA.
A data analyst for the NBA.
That was my dream job too.
Oh, really? Yeah. Is that right? No, that wasn't Pixar was it. And I got I can tell you because I think I've said it before, but there's a company called The Third Floor. And it's a production studio out of Atlanta, and they do the early pre-visualization stuff for Pixar.
Okay,
So they do like the rough draft, the staging of early animations, and then pass it off to Pixar, who polishes and creates the film. I knew I couldn't just go right into Pixar out of college, so I targeted this place, The Third Floor, and I actually had a upperclassman when I was relatively new that was accepted in this program there. It's a summer program. It's a paid internship. The only thing is you had to live in the state of Georgia. So I had a friend living in Chattanooga at the time, which is right on the line. And I went down and I stayed with her, and I toured some apartments just over on the Georgia side, like Fort Oglethorpe and Dalton. And I had an apartment all picked out and ready to go. Applied to the program, was told I was in the running or what. There was like a pre-acceptance thing. Got into that, and then luckily didn't sign a lease or anything in Chattanooga, but got the word that I was the last one cut from the
Oh, that's tough.
Which I would rather just be told you're cut than you're the last.
It is worse.
That's
to know
worse
that.
for sure. And I was told you can reapply after 12 months and try it again. And within that 12 months, I applied to 200 other positions in the space. Couldn't get nothing. And I kind of broadened it too to, game design, graphic design, all the things I had experienced in college and couldn't get it. And then started stand-up.
Yeah.
And then never stopped after that. But I was fresh out of college. I had no ambition, no real job. I was working at Starbucks.
Nothing was anchoring you down.
Nothing was anchoring me down. I had no girlfriend that demanded 90% of my free time. Didn't have any of that. No copper. So, and I still lived with my mom. So anytime I could be out of the house, I was glad to be. So I was just around the club a lot.
Yeah.
And to your point, that's the best thing you can do. Yeah.
There's a new guy that I think is going to be pretty consistent. And he kind of reminds me of myself a little bit, where I think
he's attractive.
Well, I mean,
he got a hog on.
So no, but
what's his name?
His name's Nick Miller.
Okay, I don't think I know.
He's very he's probably been coming to the club maybe a month and a half.
Okay,
but he's even going to the Elizabethan mic. He's doing all the things that to me is okay, you care about
he's
this.
Trying.
Thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also he's writing jokes that have a structure. They're obviously he's in his first month or whatever. And so there's things, but and I'm trying to help in the ways that I can. If I'm filming my set, I'll go ahead and film his and then send it to him.
Yeah.
Because one, I want the barrier of entry for people to be as low as possible.
Right.
Because I need people around me.
Well,
it's
you
a
need
little bit selfish.
the club to be there and the mics to be there and
but no, so that's been really great for me because there's been a few people that I thought were going to be consistent and then they haven't ended up being consistent.
I started with a guy, same night, we both went up for the first time. Jeremiah Kidwell, I think was this guy's name. Jeremiah Watkins. And now he's doing it. Now he's the Scissor Bros. Jeremiah, I think Kidwell was this guy's last name. No shot he's listening to this, but really nice guy. Yeah. We kind of hit it off before we ever went up and kind of, it's almost like we killed our first person together or something. Yeah. There's a bonding and oh my God, we did it. Where do we hide the body? It was a lot that first night. And then he came for a couple of weeks and I was like, oh good, you're going to try this too. You came back. And then one day he just stopped showing up. And then it was every 6 months I'd see him come by the club, and then eventually I just never saw him again.
Did you do the class?
I did not.
Okay.
I'm probably the only existing Tri-Cities comedian that did not.
So,
except Hunter and Brian.
Yeah. How was your first mic experience? Is this something you talk about often?
No, I don't think I've ever talked about it on the show. I think that luckily I was a big fan of stand-up and I consumed a lot of it as a kid, but I didn't consume... Well, I listened to a lot of Rogan in high school, so I was aware of some of the behind-the-scenes things about writing and performing. And I guess I kind of knew that stigma of everybody bombs their first time. When I listen to it now, because I have it, when I listen to it now, I want to hang myself. Yeah. It's so bad. But there's one joke from that set that I still have in my act and still do. It's the first joke I ever wrote. And 4 years later,
honestly, arguably my best joke.
Really,
the core of it was in that first thing.
Yeah, I wrote it about 6 months before ever going up to. And
so I think that's probably where we're a little bit different from most people.
Right, is that we were writing way before we went up.
Yeah. So I had made the decision that I was going to try to do stand-up a year before I actually got on stage at the first.
Because you had come to the club, right?
I'd seen you, I'd seen Travis, I'd seen all these people.
If these fucking assholes
I was like, oh my gosh,
this
is the competition. No, but I saw you guys doing, I saw you guys working out stuff. And it does, when you go to open mic, it does humanize comedy to a level where you were okay.
Was Hunter there that night when you went up? If Hunter had been there, you'd probably never gone up. What he used to do to those open mics at the old club is criminal. So he would murder he was headlining the show.
Oh, okay.
And he'd walk in with his hood up halfway through the set and bump and go up and just murder and then go, see you guys, and just leave. I mean, it was like, Hunter was a fucking rock star to me when I started. He still is.
So I think the funniest, because I went to like 3 open mics in that like summer. I thought the funniest thing was one time Travis was like trying to do crowd work at the open mic, and there was like this one dude that was sitting over to the side.
Have you told Travis this story?
No.
Okay, all right.
There was this one dude sitting over to the side. He had like long blonde hair, but like he was clearly like he
was just there.
He was just there. He was chilling. Like he like
not bothering anybody.
Yeah, not wanting to be involved.
That's who Travis tends to go after. Is people who are just asking for it by minding their own business. Yeah.
And like I remember, like this guy, like shut Travis down. Like the first, like Travis was like, "Oh, like what's what's your name? Like why are you here or whatever?" And then like he's just like, "Oh, my name, blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
And then like not like leaving a hook to do anything else. And then Travis just keeps going back to him
as he does.
And I just remember being like, I remember me going up yet.
Right.
I was like, dude, he really needs to like stop. Yeah, like stop doing this. This guy clearly doesn't want.
In the room, you're like, leave him alone. Yeah. Have I told you the Appalachian Trail story?
No.
Of Travis that he
was on the Appalachian Trail.
It's one of the hardest I've ever laughed at Travis. Was him squirming on stage, because he was doing so well up until that point. He's great though, and I mean him and Jared both. Jared also, which he and I have a very different relationship now. It's evolved a lot. But the first time I went up, Jared was fresh back in town from, I think, Alaska at the time, or Oklahoma. Yeah. He had been gone for like the last 6 months. I only got to Blue Ridge maybe 8 months after it opened, so I think he was like an early hotshot in the scene or what. Like a lot of people love Jared. They should. He left, and then I think my first week there was his first week back or something like that. So everybody's like excited, and I'm like, who's this Jared guy? It was the second week, because the week before I went up, I went to a knockout, and him and John Murphy, who no longer does stand-up, unfortunately, and is Travis's best friend, went neck and neck, and there was like a sudden death, and they both went like extra round, and they were just, I thought, these are the two funniest guys I've ever seen. I thought Jared was incredible. And then the first time I went up, people were nice, like there was fist bumps and stuff, and Rain was hosting, and she was nice. But I walked out the club, and Jared followed me. And he was like, give me all your fucking money. No, he said, he was like, hey, you're really funny. And I was like, what? Like, I just didn't expect. And he was like, yeah, you can write jokes. And I was like, oh, yeah. And he was like, all that other shit will come later. And he was like, but you should come back. And I was like, really? Like, I expected they would be like, never come back here again. And the set was fine. But he just was nice enough that I came back, and then week after week he would check in and give me tips and stuff, and that's who that guy is.
Oh yeah, I mean, Jared,
he's still that guy.
Yeah, great. I mean, like,
yeah, he's great.
He
also, maybe nobody does more for keeping the local scene afloat than him too, which is a tough cross to bear at times, and it stresses him out. But he's a great guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things that he one time said that I, quote unquote, wasn't a generational talent.
Okay.
And I was like, you didn't have to say that.
Right. You could have just left that part. He also, I caught him one time, he will give you like disinformation just for his own enjoyment. One time we were out back.
Well, that's what that was.
Right. He didn't mean it. You are a generational talent. You're a human talent. I mean, of all the human history, I think, there's Gilgamesh, and then you're right there. You're right there. He, you should write an epic. One time,
already on it, brother.
I caught him, giving me like bad advice. Like I was like, we were talking about a joke backstage or out in the alley at the old club, and I was like, yeah, I was like, it works this way, but I might try this. And I was like, but I don't know. I think that's bad. I don't think. And he goes, you should try it. And so I went up to try to edit, fucking bombed. And as soon as I went up to him when I got off, I was like, dude, that sucked. And he goes, I know. And I was like, why'd you tell me to do it? And he was like, I just want to see if you trust your instinct. And I was like, don't do this fucking Jedi mind trick shit on me, man. Like, don't poison my set. I'm doing bad enough already, But it's all in fairness.
Yeah, I mean, it is, like, it's so funny. Because I assume you probably have had interactions like this with people. But, like, sometimes I'll talk to people that have been supportive, and like they'll remember a joke that I only did like once or twice. Yeah. And they'll be like, "Oh, that's my favorite joke of yours." Mm-hmm. And I'll be
Trav does that to me all the time.
And I'm like, I mean, like you're the one for you, like the wizard thing. I've only done that at one open mic.
Really?
Yeah.
The time I saw it.
Yeah.
I love that joke.
I might have done it at Elizabethton.
I told my therapist that joke. Literally, I've told so many people to where now, like, if you come up in my therapy session for any reason, he'll be like, the wizard guy. And I'm like, yeah, like, you live in his mind as the wizard guy. Yeah. And you come up a lot in therapy. I talk about you a lot.
Thanks, man.
lot. Oh, it's all negative.
Yeah,
it's
but
all,
you're getting it out there,
like, this
so it's
probably,
that's positive.
I'm like, this golden boy of Blue Ridge Comedy Club is fucking pissing me. That will be the episode title.
No.
Chris, quote, big dick, quote, the kid, quote, the golden boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be a thumbnail, like a huge thumbnail. Yeah.
A big title for a big man.
Big title, big man. Small font. Small font for a big fella. That's it. That's the episode.
That might be it, actually.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I, like, because I have jokes that, so, like, now I'm at the point where I'm trying to do like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever.
Right.
One-liners kind of feel out of place.
Sure.
So like I try to build them into like longer bits, right?
So everything I've ever told you about comedy, and really anything anybody tells you about comedy, is all so subjective and deeply personal information and advice. You know, like this is only coming from me and my experience in the space. But to me, the fact that you're 8 months in and you're building a 10, it shouldn't make any fucking sense. There should be no flow. There should be like that's jumping the shark a little, you know, like, which I think is how that expression works. I think that it's perfectly fine though. Like, don't stress yourself out too bad about it.
No,
it's good to work on for sure.
Like, I like being cohesive. Like, I like being cohesive.
Of course.
Right? So
I think there's probably other objectives, though, that I would say 8 months in, hit those marks before you start thinking about a 10-minute flow. Like, 10 is just a lot. I mean, 10 is most of the sets I do now at 4 years is 10 minutes.
Well, I guess it's not necessarily trying to get to one continuous 10-minute thing. It's trying to get, like, multiple 3-minute continuous things or like multiple 5-minute continuous things.
That's another part about like coming out of Blue Ridge, and most mics are the same, not just Blue Ridge, but you kind of have to build your act in fives.
Right.
So like I remember probably about a year and a half, about like twice where you're at, I was like, I think I have 3 5s.
Yeah.
But I don't have 15.
Right.
You know, that doesn't always translate.
So, and like, this is another thing where I've benefited. Like, I used to go to the Elizabethton mic all the time. And like, there's usually like 5 to 7 comics.
Yeah.
Like, we were doing like 10 minutes.
I've heard. I've tried to go there twice. Both times it's been closed or canceled without any notice, and I just can't justify driving 35 minutes for that.
Yeah, it's like,
so I don't go.
It's tough. Like, it's weird because for
I would
me,
love to have a Monday.
It's actually closer for me than it is for you. So like, it's not as bad.
Yeah, there's a Pizza Inn there though. You ever been there?
Yeah. It's one of the few remaining Pizza Inns. Pizza Inn.
They just reopened one in Abingdon.
Oh, I guess that's close for you.
I broke it in. I broke it in when it was brand new. I was driving by. I was like, well, I'll go see what they're all about.
Okay. For the listeners.
Why have we not talked about food, you and I? That's what this should have been.
So, at Pizza Inn, what's your favorite pizza?
Cookie dough pizza.
Okay, well, aside from the dessert pizza.
Not aside from. Cookie dough pizza. Chocolate chip cookie dough pizza.
Dude,
it's the only correct answer. It's diabolically, sinfully sugary. It's so good.
Dude, I'm salivating right now.
No, we'll go after the show if you want. We'll drive to Pizza Inn.
Is it open?
I'm sure.
I'm down.
Okay, all right. We'll go to Pizza Inn. Stop asking. I'm sold. Yeah.
We got to wrap this thing up.
We got to get this shit wrapped up.
Dude, they the cheeseburger pizza.
Love it. With the pickles.
Oh, so good.
And I actually dislike like white people tacos and like Taco Bell and shit.
I just dislike white people.
I also dislike that. Their taco pizza,
saw my favorite superheroes?
Their taco pizza? I did see your black superheroes. The taco pizza at Pizza
Don't
Inn,
phrase it your black superheroes.
No, they're yours. They're your favorites, your personal favorites.
That's
you don't
true.
own them or anything. Let's not put that out there. But that's your selection, man. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. I say, yeah. I mean, and let's be honest. There's probably less fans because there's less black representation in comic books. So you're kind of doing the Lord's work if you think about it. Like you're kind of bringing more eyes to black heroes. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I would say that those particular characters are compelling.
Compelling is the word. Interesting.
I wanted to sound more sophisticated.
It does sound sophisticated. You just called black people compelling.
No, those black characters.
This whole episode is just me trying to get you to say something you'll regret later when it comes out. And I've got you once. But I do think that this whole, to kind of just like summarize the last 90 minutes, the conversation about the roots of like Ralphie May when you're a kid, Dane Cook, and then all the way up through deciding maybe I am funny, I'll take the class, interacting with people like Jared or Travis who are like helping you on this journey, and then having this kind of cultural fascination that you have with things like comic books, with Star Wars, with music, which we didn't talk a ton about, but I know you do. You were very disgruntled that my record collection doesn't feature any of your favorite albums. Yeah. What's your favorite album of all time? I know it's a very difficult question, but off the dome, like pressure on.
So
it is a hard. I don't like asking absolute questions like that with music, but
so I'm not going to answer you in the way that you want me to.
Okay, that's fine.
I am going to answer you in a way that I think is more representative, representative of what.
Is it only black artists? Is that also going to be okay?
Actually, ironically, no.
Okay.
So. And I'm trying to remember the exact name, so look it up.
That's fine. Yeah.
Coheed and Cambria's first album.
I don't even know what you just said.
Coheed and Cambria is
never heard of it.
A band.
Watch how I'm gonna misspell it.
Oh, you're doing great, dude.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and so their first album. So their lead singer is Claudio Sanchez. Fantastic.
Okay.
He actually writes comic books.
Is that right?
Yeah, and all of their albums...
Prog rock. Okay, I see.
And all of their albums are concept albums that relate to his comics.
That's cool.
So they kind of have like a cool...
I can get down with that.
Yeah. So their first album, I think, is Second Stage Turbine Blade.
Okay.
That would be in my top 5.
Okay. I don't know it. I mean, that's refreshing to hear something that I don't...
So you should go check... You should check it out.
No.
I would have... If I'm
there you go. Second Stage Turbine Blade. Wow.
I think
2002.
Yeah. I would have to have a My Chemical Romance album.
Okay.
For me, I know a lot of people love the Black Parade. It's a great or Welcome to the Black Parade.
I think Dustin probably likes them. It's a Dustin.
But 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, which is their second album, is just
I probably couldn't tell you one song.
Banger after banger after banger.
Yeah. Which is what British people say to a big plate of sausages.
Oh yeah,
banger after banger.
That's
one of the dumber jokes I've made on the show.
My Chemical Romance album, just sausages.
Banger after. Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the tagline.
Just sausages. Okay. Now there's the episode title.
Just sausages. Okay, so those two, I think I would have to be there because I've listened to those albums so much.
Yeah. Those are also very personal choices. Like, that's not common answers at all, which I respect. I have a lot of those, too, where people will be like, I've never heard of that. Yeah.
So, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge is probably not uncommon.
Right.
So, are you familiar with the band 3 Days Grace?
Mm-hmm.
So, the album 1X came out in 2006.
Is that with the little stick figures across
Yeah, and there's the one with the X. Mm-hmm. 1X.
Ah, I see. I spent the better chunk of my preteen angry at my dad years blasting that album.
Oh, I mean, if you're in, like, if that's the mood that you're in.
Not that album. I burned them on a school computer onto a CD. So, but yeah, it was, a lot of their songs.
Dude, that album, like, if you're angsty, is.
Yeah, teen angst.
Dude, it's
I was at the park a week ago in a hammock trying to read, but I got there kind of late, so I was like, I'll just set up right by the entrance. That way I get a little sun. I set up right by the skate park, and this fucking douchebag is there like every day. And I was trying to read, and at full decibel volume from the skate park right next to me, it was just pain without love. And I was like, this fucker's really going through it, man. He's out here skating in the sunshine, listening to 3 Days Grace. Anyways, yeah, that's, I can appreciate that pick.
And also that album means a lot to me because that was the first explicit album that I ever owned.
Oh, wow.
And
big step
I
to
felt
maturity.
I felt like that I lucked into it because I asked my mom, I was like, hey, is it okay for me to get the new 3 Days Grace album?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, that's fine. And I think because if you just hear the name 3 Days Grace, it sounds like it would probably be like a Christian band.
Sure, yeah.
And so like I don't think she thought anything of it. And
she's like, Amazing Grace? You can have it all you want. Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, like this is, we're...
Score.
Yeah.
And you put it in on the car ride home. She's like,
no.
What the fuck?
It's like, that's only in your like CD player with the little headphones.
The Walkman. Yeah. Now that's something I can really relate to is trying to hide media from your mom. Because I would go to my dad's and he would be like, hey, this is Richard Pryor. Hey, this is NWA. And I would be like, I'm 6. What do I do with this information? So I would go home and repeat it and get in trouble. And we would walk out of movies and shit when I was a kid. But I do remember I begged for Red Dead Redemption, the first, for years after it came. Years. And I would go to Dad's and I would play it there and I'd come home and be like, please. Like, I'm such a Western fan and anyway, always have been. I was like, it's my favorite game, please. Wouldn't have it, never would have it. And then sometimes it was like she would flaunt it almost of like, you want to buy that game? You better score on the test. And then I'd never get it. And then eventually, I remember I must have complained to my grandparents about it or something. And they lived in a trailer that was right next to our trailer. Yeah. And you'd have to pass it as you left the driveway. And one time, I'll never forget this. We were passing and the front door swung open. My granddad came out. And Mom stopped and rolled down the window. I was like, what does he want? And he handed her cash through the window, which he never does. And he goes, buying that game. And she was like, and looked at me with this look of like, I'm going to fucking murder you. Like, because she had told me no 1,000 times. And here I am running my mouth to him or whatever. And she was like, no. And he was like, get it and like give her the money. And she was like, no, it's bad. It's violent, whatever. And I think shortly after that, maybe just the pressure of all of us convinced her to finally let me get it. She took me to the Bristol Mall back when that was not a casino. Walked into GameStop. Got it off the shelf. Took it up to the counter. And this fucking asshole at the counter goes, you sure about this, ma'am? And she was like, yeah, why? It's a video game. And he was like, this game has full frontal nudity. I remember the exact words. And she looked at me and was like, ah! And just, we walked it. She was like, no. And we ripped it. And then I was never allowed to own it until I was 16 probably. And then I bought it myself. I was never allowed for like 5 years. Man, it devastated me. And now it's in a frame on that wall over there. Literally the map to that game. That I can relate to that experience a lot of like, I want this thing, but my family or social circle won't let me have. Was it always music for you?
So when it comes to like movies, I'm not super into like horror movies or anything like that.
Right.
And like when I was
I'm not either.
Like a middle schooler, I was kind of lucky that a lot of the big comedy movies were PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
So like it wasn't really a big problem. Like I think Anchorman was rated R maybe, which would have been one of the few that. But like for the most part, like I could watch almost everything that I wanted to watch, because like by the time I got to like 10, my mom was like, PG-13 is probably fine. Like that's not that.
Yeah, PG-10 they call it.
Yeah. But yeah, so, and then video games, the only real rated M game for mature.
Is that what that's for?
Masochists.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I thought it was for Malaysian. I thought that it was made in Malaysia.
Airline.
Yeah. Yes. Missing. Or is it?
No.
Or is it?
Missing no Pokemon. Where it's all back.
Full circle.
So... making reference to things that were outside the podcast.
Right. Full circle to you being in this building. Yeah.
So with that, video games, really only Call of Duty was rated M that I wanted to get.
Yeah.
And
I was not allowed.
She would not let me have it until like my uncle like basically vouched for it.
But were you ever like, bro, come on, just tell her it's fine. Help me out here.
So the thing is, like,
do me a solid. I'm trying to buy.
It was Modern Warfare, right?
The first one.
The first one.
Great.
Now, if she would have told, like,
excellent game.
I like at that point she like would buy Call of Duty because she was like I had already gotten Call of Duty, so she was okay with it.
The brand, yeah,
right,
yeah.
But
she's like Mountain Dew and Call of Duty are both approved by me.
Yeah. Well, actually, I probably wouldn't have been allowed to have Mountain Dew that much.
Really?
Yeah. So like
that's where she drew the line. Huh?
That's more.
She's like you can shoot people in the face, but
Mountain Dew is more my dad's side of the family.
Oh, okay.
That's where I get that.
Yeah, that good old Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. But like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, right? Because you have the airport mission and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty intense.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite one.
That mission? You really love that?
My favorite mission. Now, there's an iconic villain.
Yeah. You in a Call of Duty.
Remember, no Russian. And there's the episode title. Yeah.
But, like, Modern Warfare was so good.
So good.
And this is probably a discussion for a different podcast.
Sure, we'll do part 2. We'll do the video game series.
Because I have a story about when I was a kid playing in Call of Duty that no one else has said that they also experienced this thing.
Okay, you got to give it to me then. Just give me the Cliff Notes version of it. We'll end on that. What's your unique to you Call of Duty experience?
So the way that Xbox Live parental controls worked in 2004 in Call of Duty was the mute, right, was one way.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I was not allowed to communicate with anybody who wasn't on my friends list.
Right.
So everybody else was muted except for my friends.
Yeah.
They could all still hear me.
Right. But you couldn't hear them.
Could not hear them.
Yeah.
And like, because they were never talking to me, I used to just have my mic on.
Okay, right. So you're just doing whatever.
And here's the other part of that that's more embarrassing. I used to listen to music while playing Call of Duty all the time.
Yeah, sure.
And they were just hearing probably the greatest troll of all time.
Yeah.
Like singing bad music terribly.
Not realizing they could hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. At what point did you realize?
So we were in a game, like me and my uncle were in a game of Free For All, maybe? Because that was one that you could talk to everybody. And I said something, and my uncle was like, "Oh, that guy was talking to you." And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
You're like, "What guy?"
Yeah, and then he was like, one of the players in the lobby. And then I was like, "I don't know. I talked to you."
Yeah. You're like, I can talk to other people.
Yeah,
right.
And then he was like, "Oh, they heard everything." Like,
and that's when you realized.
And then that was like that. Like that moment in the movie where it like does the pan in, like it does
the flashback,
and it's just like
you in your underwear singing 3 Days Grace.
It's like a flashback to me saying my social security number, like.
You're like, that's how I focus. I recite all my banking information over the mic.
And so it was.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, and so because Xbox had like a feature where you could like go in and look at your like. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like how many people like
had muted you
or like avoided you and like all that stuff.
That's a terrible feature.
It's like, well, it was just like it was like this percentage of people.
This percentage of people hate
and
you.
Then like so like my uncle's was like 5% or something, and like mine was like 40%. And I was like, I can't blame them. Oh,
honestly, I'm shocked that 60% of players.
Well,
just
they might have not known that you could like avoid,
disapprove, thumbs down, react,
or maybe they were into it.
Maybe so. Maybe you got
fans.
Maybe you got the vocal pipes of an angel. Yeah.
If you heard gamertag CBTJR in 2005, 2004.
Right in.
I'd very much like to hear that.
Now, what if
Natalie Portman?
I was literally going to say, what if Natalie Portman writes in that she heard gamertag? What the fuck was it?
CBTJR. Those are my initials.
Okay, CBT. Yeah, if she heard that, that would be the single coolest coincidence in the history of the world.
Yeah, Natalie Portman, reach out.
Reach out. Let us know. Yeah. Chris, this comes out 1 month from yesterday, so I know it's far off, but is there anything in particularly May that you're looking at, late May, early June,
I think
coming up?
I think since this is delayed, I should be able to talk about it. I'll be in the Lookout Comedy competition.
Yeah.
That's May 22nd, I think.
That'll be right about the same time this comes out. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I did it last year. It's great. Don't buy 2 nights at a hotel. That's my advice.
Well,
buy one.
Yeah.
I never did get it back.
I have a trick for hotels.
You just sleep in the hallway?
How'd you know?
Lucky guess, because I have the same trick. Yeah. I've seen you in the hall.
That's where we
that's
know
me
each
down
other.
the hall. Yeah.
No.
I'm like, hey, tripod, what are you doing out this way? Yeah.
Yeah.
I always see you. It's fun, truly. Also, just to be on stage at the Catch is always a treat.
That's the bigger thing for me is it's just an opportunity to go out there.
And you'll meet Danielle, I'm sure. And, yeah.
Well, I don't know if we talked about, but I did a thing in Asheville last week, and that was the big thing for me. I just wanted to get in front of people.
You met Sandra.
Yeah,
I love her.
Yeah, she was super nice.
She's one of my favorite humans. I love Sandra Johnson so much. She's definitely not listening either, but she's incredible. I put her on the show quite often on Don't Tell.
Oh.
And it has, I respect her as a comedian, but it has almost nothing to do with her material. I just like when she's in the room. It just brings an energy to the green room and the vibe. She's just an awesome person.
Yeah, just like me.
I love her. Well, you're the opposite. I only put you on for your comedy chops. I
hate this guy.
The personality actually knocks you down a few pegs where I'm like, you can come every now and then, but let's not be around too much. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay, so that's late May, and then that's very far out, but essentially you'll be at Blue Ridge for sure, and then other things across the Southeast, and who knows by then? Who knows where else?
Yeah, hopefully.
Do you have a specific goal? Is there a market or a club or something? What's your priority right now?
So for the first quarter of the year, my big thing was trying to perform in Asheville and Knoxville.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily I did the thing in Asheville, and I got booked for a show in April
What are you doing there?
So Justin Chavez is running a show at a winery.
I did it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and so I'm looking forward to that.
Great show. You'll love it. It's a winery crowd. They're there for the winery, but everybody was very nice. I enjoyed it. He's also a great dude. I would love to have him on too. Chavez is a nice guy.
Yeah, you should definitely have.
He started at the point where I wasn't quite as heavily involved in Knoxville, and then now, of course, I'm somewhat excommunicado. But I don't interact with him a ton. But he's very flattering and very nice. He says nice things about me and stuff. And, and then I did the show, and it was great. It was a great experience.
He's great.
Yeah.
And so, luckily, those things have kind of worked out. I guess kind of my next phases would be, I would like to maybe do something in, Roanoke, maybe, or Richmond, potentially.
We'll talk after. I have some...
And Chattanooga.
On that topic, I have a lot of things that I need to tell you to avoid. But Chattanooga is I would go south.
Well, it's also closer than Richmond, so that's nice.
Yeah, well, Richmond is fine. But pretty much between here and Richmond.
Okay. So, my big thing with Roanoke is it's one of the few places that's 2 to 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Problem is we'll talk. Yeah. There's problems, but I think that's a great goal. Just trying to slowly expand that circle across the map is that's always good. Yeah. I'm also, I think I've told you this, but tomorrow morning, as soon as I'm done, uploading this tonight in the morning, I'm taking off and going to Raleigh.
Yeah. And
I'm pretty much over there for the whole 2 months that my girlfriend's living there. So I'll have some idea of that scene and different opportunities there too in the next 2 months. So I can let you know over there. That's a 5 hours, but it's a good scene.
Yeah, and it's pretty close to Greensboro, right, where the Idiot Box and all that stuff is.
Yeah, so I just did Idiot Box for the first time last month. So pretty much on the way to Raleigh, there's Winston-Salem, Greensboro, and then Charlotte's a little further south, and then Asheville's there. There's actually a lot of shit over in that
North
direction.
So North Carolina
there's a lot.
Yeah.
In just Raleigh. And Raleigh has good nights, which is that's a big one for sure. But plug your socials, plug anything you want.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and Facebook, chris.b.tester.
I was really hoping it would be the same as your gamer tag.
And if you want to talk to me, just DM
add you on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Communicate about opportunities for different positions in the field, and okay.
Yeah, I do well in an interview setting.
Oh, good. You got your resume all up to date?
Yes.
Well, you can get it there by the time this comes out. You got a month.
Yeah.
Put some stuff on there. That's good. Hopefully you'll get a job, and Natalie Portman will DM you. That's the goal. Yeah. I actually meant to ask you when we started, how does it feel that this is your big break? This is kind of the moment, really, that's going to really take you to the next level on the Mind Over Mike podcast.
I mean, I am thankful for it.
I'm sorry I asked. Shut the fuck up. That's not true.
It is true that this is the first time that I've actually, in theory, spoken to Natalie Portman directly.
That's true.
So I do appreciate that opportunity.
Well, that's what I'm here for, is to create memories and create moments. You know, I'm like JCPenney. That's what I'm here for. And so if I could do that, and if you could connect with probably your future wife.
I think so.
The one thing I will ask is, at the wedding, will you just bring this up? Will you just mention that this all happened on the show?
So here's the thing. That's a lot of pressure to put on this thing.
Sure. Right. You don't want to scare her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys can take it slow. Yeah. You can sit in a field.
Talk about things that we hate.
Right, like sand. You hate sand. You've always told me that. You've said it's coarse and it's rough and it gets everywhere. You've always said you hate sand.
It's not soft like you.
Right. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. Or was that to Natalie? Because in this reenactment, I'm your Natalie Portman.
All right. And I don't want you to take offense with this, but that's a big downgrade.
From Natalie Portman to me, or the other way? I don't like the face you just made. I don't like the laugh you just tried to contain. I don't appreciate that at all.
Yeah,
I've been kind to you.
I'm gonna say
fucking dickhead.
Well, this is my big break, so I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but So follow me on social media.
They will. All 20 people that listen.
Heck yeah.
Will follow. No, it really will. I mean, the views are always going up, so hopefully it'll help. Follow them, check them out. Also, just support local comedy wherever you're at. If you're listening far away, if you're close, just go see an open mic, go see a show. I know it's tough when you hear nothing but horror stories about it, but truly, we couldn't do it without people. And I mean, you're only where you're at because of the strangers in the crowd. So that is important. Thank you guys for listening. Support the show, follow the show, support Chris, and I'll have everything linked in the description. All right, thanks, buddy.
Natalie Portman, please reach out.
She's gonna.